All right, listen, this is a good guy, special individual, someone who I had a great conversation with the first time I met him about life before I ever listened to his music, and then I listened to his music because of his perspectives and his insight on himself and life. His name is Kevin Gates. What's up, sir?
How you doing, big brother?
You good, man?
Kevin.
I'm cool. I'm blessed to be here.
Good to see you again.
Yeah.
Yeah, now you was off the air professing your love to your lady who's with you all the time.
And it ain't artificial. I just wanted to say that. I did a lot of interviews, and the interview they build this fictitious relationship before you know, and I really,
they be like, my man,
and
my
really,
fams.
Yeah, and I really appreciate that. You know, the individuals around me, they're not my homeboys. These individuals work for me.
Yeah.
They work for they work for the brand. I work for the brand also.
Yeah. Kevin Gates being the brand.
Kevin Gates, Breadwinners Association being the brand.
Yeah. And so for the people who don't know you, where are you from?
I hate telling people that.
Why?
Because I feel like my organization is bigger than where I'm from.
But people need to know your turf, so
but
they need to know what soil you represent.
The earth is my turf, but I'm from Louisiana. My origins, my roots are in Louisiana.
That's what we need to know, because that shapes your program and that shapes your perspective.
It does, and it also can put you in a box.
It could, or nah.
It could.
Or nah. Or nah. It depends on how you play your cards, brother. It depends on how you play your cards. But you spent some time of your life doing some unsavory things that have also helped you see an interesting path in your life.
I don't want to say it was that.
What do you mean? That shaped you, brother. You was doing. You was out here. Listen, man. You was out here committing crimes, man. You did some crime.
I did.
But now you have perspective because of it, though. You're luckily that you made it on the other side.
I do. That lifestyle led me to nothing. I lost everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, see, in the glory days, it was great. Going in the club, turning up with the money, it was great.
And then
but the consequences behind those actions, I lost everything. All the friends that I love, they're either dead or they're doing life. I'd never see them again because I'm a convicted felon. I cannot go into any penal facility to visit anyone on visitation. I could send them money. I know them for the rest of my life, but I never see them again. I never see them again.
Wow.
You know, it's a painful subject matter, but it is what it is.
But I think that comes out in your music, though. Right. I mean, you're very transparent in your music.
It ain't that. I used to be I still am real self-conscious. And it helps me to just put them, look, all the flaws on the table, let's get it over with fast. That's like waiting to fight the bullet. I don't want to wait to fight you. Let's get it over with now.
I was never into that. You know, when people be like, I see you after school, I'd be like, nah, let's do it right now. Right now. Because after school, I might be on something else. I'm not thinking about you after school.
We can do that now. Let's get it out the way. So I put all my flaws on Front Street and we get it out the way first. And that helps me. Psychologically, it helps me. Because I'm an introvert. Emotionally, I'm an introvert.
You'd rather be sitting in the studio listening to music than out socializing.
I don't even like to be honest.
You don't really like people. Say it.
I can have conversations with you.
Yeah.
You hear me? I can have a conversation with you and a few other individuals, such as Sway.
Yeah, Sway's
I can have a
brother.
conversation with that brother. But stupidity, repetitiveness, you know, it's grotesque to me. I hate it. I hate not having intelligent conversations. It's refreshing, not playing mental gymnastics and such, but when you can bounce ideas off, you know, two individuals can sit and bounce ideas with each other, and then, you know, man sharpen man is iron sharpen iron. So if I can't learn from you, why are we talking?
Right.
You know, if I can't learn from you, why are we talking? That's why all the people that I associate myself with are OGs, older individuals. I can't kick it with nobody my age.
It's tough.
Because I'm not materialistic. I don't care about what Jordans came out. I don't care. So that's when it get the people be like, no, I'm not antisocial. I'm just anti-stupidity. I don't like stupid questions. But sometimes you got to deal with them in the line of work that I chose, in the profession that I chose. You have to deal with it. It is what it is.
I wish we heard more people take responsibility for their the line of work they chose. Because I think, and I know you can relate to this, what's going on in Ferguson and what's going on around the country, right?
Can I be honest?
Yeah.
I'm a fan of intelligence. I can't intelligently speak about a situation I know nothing about. I was in that city performing on the 11th when that incident occurred. I was down there performing when it occurred.
But you can't speak on police brutality and people taking their authority out of line.
I could say this. I'm fighting for my life right now. Right now I'm fighting for my life. I'm talking about in the court system.
Mm-hmm.
I was in the right. I did nothing wrong. I want to have faith in the justice system, but I done seen so much negativity. You know what I'm saying? It kind of puts you in a mind state of who can you trust.
Well, and because
but I'm going to say this.
And because you have a past, they can come get you a little easier.
And I'm going to say this. That's another thing. You say that the system is rehabilitation.
Well,
what the system does to me is it criminalizes an individual.
True.
You'll say we have rehabilitated this individual. We have reinserted this individual back into society. But because of his past, we won't allow him to move further. So now you criminalize that individual. And when you criminalize that individual going to go back to doing what they know how to do best. Lead a lifestyle that will end up having them imprisoned again. But that's $1 billion corporation.
Yes, it is. It's publicly traded.
It's $1 billion
prison
corporation.
Industrial complex.
Louisiana has more people incarcerated than any country in the world.
The United States has more people incarcerated than any country in the world.
Louisiana.
They say 1 in 100 people, Americans, 1 out of 100 is currently incarcerated.
I could be honest with you. I know 4 out of every 4 people I know have gone to prison in Louisiana. That's all we have to do there. You just go to jail. That's it.
And they make money on you.
What? $23 a day. And then everything inside the penal facility is owned by BBC. That's Bob Barker. The price is right.
Wow.
But I don't like to be political. No, I don't like to be political.
So what you like?
I really like to stay. I learned how to keep my mouth closed and watch. I learned that talking really don't do nothing. It'll raise awareness. But I'm an action man, me. I like action. You know, and I'm just saying, if I heard somebody say, my grandfather taught me this, you know. Even my grandmother, one of my little cousins had a fight at school. The teacher told her he shouldn't fight. My grandmother slapped the teacher. You don't like that, did you? Now, how you think he felt? You know what I'm saying? If you do me something and I tell you stop, you're not listening at me. But see, if I deal with you, you going to stop. Win, lose, or maybe. You not going to put your hands on me no more because it wasn't an easy win.
And you feel like that's what's happening in Ferguson right now?
I feel like that's what's happening with individuals all over the world. Talking don't get nothing resolved. Talking don't do nothing.
People are frustrated, fed up, trying to talk, trying to go about it the right way. They tired.
Right. What talking do? So that's why I refrain from even, speaking my thoughts on those type of situations. That's why I say I'm a fan of intelligence. I can't intelligently speak about anything that I know nothing about. I don't know nothing about it.
But the reason I brought it up is because I personally feel that a lot of individuals, politicians, sign up for jobs that carry a heavy weight and authority.
Right.
And then when that weight starts to get heavy, they expect us to feel sorry for them in the positions that they signed up for. But that's what you signed up for.
Right.
And it's heavy. You want to walk around with a shield and a badge and a gun and a stick and be able to run red lights and get out of tickets and beat on people.
No, that's not what you signed up for. You swore an oath to upkeep the peace. You're a peace officer. That's the oath you swore, to be a peace officer.
Well,
yeah, not to harass people and things of that nature. You got to be uphold the peace. Am I disrupting the peace? Well, leave me alone. Yeah, go over there. You know where they committing crimes at? Or go pass out food to the homeless or something, Do something, you heard me?
Kevin Gates is his name.
Yeah, do something.
But your show, you got a show that Rosenberg's hosting. When is this, Laura Styles?
When is it, on Wednesday? This Wednesday?
Yeah, it's going to be on Wednesday.
Yeah, it's Wednesday. Rosenberg is hosting the show.
Now, I'm told when you get on stage, you turn up. Like, your emotions really...
Don't expect what you don't expect, but doing shows that's a therapeutic,
that's what I mean.
Therapeutic release for me as an individual.
Have you ever cried on stage?
All the time.
He has a song called Supposed to Be in Love.
That's not the song I cry on. I got a song called Roaming Around. I bring tears to my eyes every time. Because I was going through an emotional time period when that came out. I don't wear my emotions on my sleeves. I wear my emotions on my sleeves, excuse me. I'm not too hard for myself. When I'm tearing it down, like one of my homeboys, I had a fight with a close friend. I love him like a brother. It hurt me to hurt him. But that's what it took. Because he ain't had no understanding and I ain't had no understanding. So I'm an emotional individual. I done laid in a bed with, this lady sitting to my left.
By the way, Kevin Gates' woman's here. We're not gonna say her name, but they got a 3-month-old and they all travel together. It's a beautiful thing.
I'm her bodyguard.
And she's the CEO of the company.
She's the CEO of BWA. If it wasn't for that lady, I would not be here. Behind every great man is an even greater woman.
When we started the interview, you said you were happy that she was in the room.
Cause it was times that she was not permitted to fly with me, and
Why?
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this because she just had the baby. We had a 3-month-old.
All right, yeah.
But she been with me almost 12 years. This is my best friend. She told me I never deal with nobody like you. You know, she made me wait 8 months. Then when I got it, I went and got her name tattooed on me. You heard my cut up. But nah, it's not like that. She was my best friend. Like I would vent to her about situations I was having with other women and things like that. And just that's always been my best friend. We talk about everything.
You guys grew up together?
Yeah. Well, I made myself grow up with her. Yeah, I made myself. I had just came home when I met her in 2003. I came home in March. I met her like October or something like that. But I missed my daughter's steps. My daughter took her first steps while I was incarcerated. I just came home March 1st. So I've been home like 6 months or something, I guess. But I had been reinserted back into society in 2011, and she had my daughter for me. And then I ended up being reincarcerated again, and I missed my daughter take her first steps. That hurt me. Now she probably 2 years old. I probably won't ever be able to take a bath with my daughter again because she at the age now where she exploring herself. So I can't do that no more. I missed out on those moments. You know what I'm saying? That hurts. It's a hurting feeling. Not because of what she did, but because of what I did.
Right.
So when she wasn't permitted to fly because of her having to have my son, and everything was in-home birth, water birth. So after that, it was just crazy because you know, I was grinding by myself, and I couldn't look over and see my support system right there. I missed his circumcision. You know, 7 days after he born, he had to be circumcised by a rabbi. I missed that. She had to fly. I already know you. Yeah, I know the business.
Yeah.
I just don't speak on it. But yeah, my son had to be circumcised after 7 days by a rabbi. She flew to Indianapolis for to circumcise my son. I wasn't there. I missed that. It's moments that I want to, you know, the father is supposed to hold the son while he's circumcised. I wanted to be there for that. You know, it's certain things that I get emotional about that I miss, not because of nobody else's actions, but because of my actions.
Right.
So mine go with me. Yeah, and if I have an altercation or anything, I want my children to see. This is how you deal with altercations. I talk to my child when he lay in my chest. A man stand up for what he believe in, and when you stand up for what you believe in, you accept whatever consequences come behind that. So mine come with me everywhere I go. Everywhere.
Kevin Gates.
Respect yourself. Respect the things around you. I don't have problems, Ebro. Nowhere I go.
I know, but you oftentimes, and it came up when I was asking Laura what we were preparing for this interview, and it came up before we got into this interview too. You could be very direct.
I am. Why beat around the bush?
Well, sometimes there's time and place.
There was certain arenas.
There was an eating ass conversation that keeps coming up in regard to your name.
I'm glad you asked me this question. Please ask me this question.
Now, listen, I am by no means against any of that activity. Please. However, you have to be discretionary when you enter.
Ask me this question.
It's not really a question. I mean, I don't really care what you into, but Laura was like, yo, that's his thing. I was like,
brother, that's not my thing. That's something that I do. But brother, I was at DJ Who Kid having an intelligent conversation.
You can't fuck with Who Kid.
That's my dude.
No, but I mean, it's my guy.
But
he will have you wrapped up in some shit.
It really
not fuck with that man.
It really was good for my Instagram. Shout out DJ Who Kid. It jumped up 500,000.
Yeah.
But we was having an intelligent conversation about intimacy. To be intimate means to know someone. That doesn't mean anything sexual. He took it as
moisture.
So when he asked me,
moisture.
She was sitting right in there with me. I say, if this the woman I'm love, I'm supposed to do these things to make her feel electric because I aim to please my partner.
Talking about it.
So I talked about eating, booty, sucking toes, everything.
Go in.
And I think that when he heard me say eating booty, he was like, man, he was taken back because I was so honest.
He a liar.
Yeah.
He is a liar.
He in Hungary somewhere eating. He in Hungary being hungry.
Yeah. But
somewhere eating that.
But me having a master's in psychology, it was more men. It was more men that got excited about that than women. And I was looking like, What other things do these individuals do in the closet that they're not telling us?
All types of things.
You know what I'm saying? But most of the rappers I've met are weirdos.
I think the human beings are weirdos.
Yeah, most of the rappers I met, they're supposed to be stiff, stand-up guys. When I have one-on-one conversations
They regular
with them,
dudes.
they stand for nothing. They've been weirdos.
Yeah. Well, no, those are fakers. Those are people who are putting on an act. People, the one thing that you and I talked about a while ago, and we're gonna let you get out of here. We got the show Gramercy Wednesday, Rosenberg, Kevin Gates. Make sure you go check it out.
Man,
but
I
the
ain't
one
got
thing
nowhere to be. I work for me.
The one thing, well, now you got a schedule, and there's some
I'm
brothers
rich.
back here whose job it is to keep you on schedule,
Right.
and your woman right here wants to keep you on schedule, so
Right.
we're gonna keep you on schedule.
Talk.
But here's the thing, and we talked about this many times. This is the entertainment business.
It is.
It is. And unfortunately, there are people who are actors, just like anything else. There's actors that entertain. And then there's some people that are real people who also entertain.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, for instance, you take somebody like The Rock. Can The Rock beat up a lion? Probably not. Is he going to shoot guns at you? Probably not. But we know for sure he'll probably slap the shit out of you in real life. He's capable of doing it.
He's a
but
man.
he's also an actor.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I think the same thing applies to hip hop and the entertainment game. And for somebody like you, that's hard to digest because you are who you are.
Right.
So you just have to,
Right.
you'll learn to play the game. You'll get patience. People will accept you for who you are. You
Right.
just keep making great music and
Right.
being transparent
Right.
and being who you are, and people gonna love you, bro.
I appreciate that,
And that's
brother.
what that is.
Words of the wise. I appreciate
All right,
it.
and good luck with your show. What you sipping on, bro?
Coffee.
Coffee.
Oh, put this with it. This Avion.
I don't drink alcohol.
Oh,
I don't
Yeah.
drink alcohol.
it's probably bad. It's bad.
Yes.
I don't know. I just don't do it.
Never had it.
It ain't that. It just don't taste good to me. They say it's an acquired taste.
There you go.
But if it don't taste good when I first drank it, I ain't trying to acquire nothing.
Now listen, if you love her and you was eating that booty and it don't taste good the first time, you're gonna wash it up and you're gonna go back at it.
No, it's about hygiene.
I mean,
but if you
sometimes
freak and I like you, we could try things.
You see what I'm saying? But
It got
sometimes
to be about hygiene.
It may
big
not
brother.
be. It may not be right the first time. Go and wash
No.
that up and bring it back.
Man, when a woman, it depends on how a woman eating everything. If her pH levels ain't off balance,
you
her
right,
body
you
ain't
right,
too
you
acidic,
right,
then
you
yeah.
right, you
But a
right.
good woman gonna take care of
You
herself.
might have just caught on a hot day.
No. When we just finished working out, you supposed to still taste good. Ain't that right? Right.
She ain't even looking. She like, I don't want no parts of this.
Yeah. We just finished working out. Come here. Yeah. Come here.
Talk about it. Kevin Gates, ladies and gentlemen. Laura Styles is what he's saying correct.
Hilarious. It is. It is.
It depends on how a woman eat. Her body could just have she could have overgrowth of bacteria, E. coli, anything. But it ain't for me to be raising you.
Now, would you say Ebola or E. coli?
E. coli.
I was gonna say, be
Yeah.
careful out here because they got this whole other thing. It sound like you gotta be careful.
I'm gonna leave that disease alone, but I could speak on that too. I'm gonna leave that alone. Not like I sound like being political. You heard me?
Wow, what was you gonna say?
Nothing. Nothing. Nothing.
You think it's propaganda?
Nothing. Big brother, I don't watch the news or none of that. I don't watch the news. The only reason I know about the shooting that happened that you just spoke about, because I was there when it happened. And I still don't know what happened. Because I learned how to keep my mouth closed and watch a long time ago.
And wait for it.
Talking get you killed. I done seen it. I done seen rats get crushed up glass, putting they drink it, and yeah, you out of here. I done seen that. You know what I'm saying? I saw this take place. Your paperwork ain't right. Yeah, you gonna wake up. I done seen that. I done seen them count the dead bodies before they count the living bodies. I done seen that. I don't have that to worry about because I respect myself. I respect the things around me. And I don't take anything for granted. Everything's a blessing.
Kevin Gates, before we let you go, we want some people to get your music. What's your favorite mixtape they should download?
My favorite mixtape? I really love Luca Brasi's story because it was just raw emotion.
Mm-hmm.
And by any means, this is my two favorite right now.
Okay.
But we should get into his record, Supposed to Be in Love. Can we do that?
Supposed to Be in Love, that's the one?
Can we
We're
do that?
supposed to be in love.
That's the single right now.
That's the single right now.
Kevin Gates single. Supposed to Be in Love.
I don't get tired. I don't get tired.
Put your headphones on so you can hear it, man.
Blowing up the
He's loud.
phone. No, she see me calling up. I whip up in the driveway, she done packed up all my stuff. And I'm like, what? Can't even talk to her. Not lying when I say it's good to make me feel like stalking her. We supposed to be in love. We supposed to be in love. We supposed to be in love. Tell it ain't no breaking up, and we supposed to be in love. Tell it ain't no breaking up, ain't no way that we could talk about it. Ain't no walking out, we supposed to be in love. Any way that we can talk about it, it ain't no walking out, we supposed to be in love.